Hello, my name is Rob and I am a photographer and videographer based out of North Wales in the UK, and tomorrow I leave for a trip to America. I am heading to Orlando with the intention of shooting an extreme amount of film, assuming I can get it through the airport anyway. Now, if you're watching this video, it means that I am back from the trip and I did not get munched on by an alligator or anything like that, which is always nice. I've been to Florida a bunch of times, and I think the only reason that I personally don't have an alligator-related injury is that I've never seen one in the wild, because I would absolutely be the guy who's like, can I pet that dog? Now, I am in Florida for just shy of 2 weeks. Now, just in case the little hat and the tattoos didn't give it away, I am going all in on film photography. I am abandoning all means of digital photography. Well, almost anyway. I am taking a Sony a7 III and a 24mm 1.4 with me as a backup, but I don't really intend to use it, so hopefully I won't need it. We are staying in a gnarly 50s themed hotel, and I'm going to eat so much scrambled egg. Like, I don't know what is in the scrambled egg in the States. I cannot get enough of it. So now I think about it, I probably don't want to know what's in it. So let's move on. So you might be thinking, what am I going to shoot all of this film with? That is a good question, person on the internet. Let me show you. So my main carry everywhere daily camera is going to be the Pentax 17. The half frame wonder or monstrosity, depending on your stance, I suppose. A controversial choice. I am aware of that. I literally just bought this as well. Like, I've only had a chance to smash one test roll through this, and I decided that it was going to be my main camera for the whole trip. So that could come back to bite me on the arse, but that is a problem for future Rob, and it's got all to do with me. Now, as well as the Pentax 17, I am going to be taking Old Faithful with me. That is the Minolta Dynax 7, the limited edition gold text edition known as. So this is a 35mm SLR film camera, so I can swap out the lenses and shit, which is nice and handy. I'm going to take the 50mm 1.4 with me and the 16mm 2.8 fisheye. No middle ground, baby! Another decision which may come back to bite me on the arse. I really like the whole 16mm fisheye look on film anyway, and then the 50mm 1.4 will probably come very handy for nighttime based activities. That sounded a little bit sketchier than I meant it to sound. So you're thinking, okay, photo, all well and good. What about video? Well, this is the Canon UC-X50. I definitely did not just read the name off the side. I know what this is, obviously. I bought it. Records video to a tape. Get a good look at that. Yeah, your mum and dad know what this is. There's no way that joke can stay in. No way. So it's a high 8mm video camcorder, says here. Interesting bit of trivia for you. This is the same format that the Blair Witch Project was shot on. Arguably one of the best horror movies of all time. Hopefully my trip to America will not turn into a horror movie. That would be unfortunate. I've also, with getting a bit creative with multiple step rings, I have managed to attach this gnarly fisheye on the front as well. Pretty cool for maximum 90s skate video effect. Again, I just love how fisheye looks on tape too, so there we go. There's a trend forming, isn't there? There is a trend forming. I use this specific camcorder a lot for work because it's like an instant nostalgia machine. Like, you point this at something and it instantly looks better. I love these camcorders so much. I'm going to put this thing down. It is so heavy. It's obscenely heavy. And speaking of it being heavy, something that isn't heavy is my curveball video camera choice, which is also coming with me, which is this GoPro Hero 9. So I haven't used a GoPro, apart from for like the odd work thing, since like the start of my photo and video journey. I have a real soft spot for them because like I shot so much stuff at the start on GoPros. Is how I kind of got into video editing and stuff like that. So yeah, they just kind of hold a special place in my heart. And the thing with GoPros is they're super easy to just like throw in a bag or a pocket or whatever. And this is basically the polar opposite of the tape setup, in that this can go everywhere with me. I can just whip this out and just start videoing sort of behind the scenesy sort of stuff of photos and things like that. So this is going to be, I feel like this is going to be super handy for just getting stuff really quick. for vloggy sort of talky stuff, this is the one. I'm into this. So I have carefully selected what film I'm going to shoot whilst I'm out in America, based entirely on what I'm going to use it for. So as Florida is generally speaking a bright place, my go-to everyday film is going to be Kodak colorplus 200. Now this is also, as it happens, my favourite film stock, like, of all film. Like, I love colorplus so much. It's basically just like exactly what I want film to look like. It just screams like 90s nostalgia, disposable camera, color-wise and stuff, and I just absolutely love Kodak colorplus 200. With that being said though, colorplus 200 isn't without its problems, most notably its box speed of 200. So obviously I'm going to need something different when it gets dark in scenarios where I can't use flash. So enter my favourite black and white film, Ilford Delta 3200. One of the places that I will be frequenting whilst I'm in Orlando is Halloween Horror Nights. Now this is one of those exact scenarios where it's super dark but you can't use flash. Delta 3200 will be perfect in that scenario. I know it's like a bit of a Marmite film. You either love it or you hate it. Personally, I love it. I love the grain and like the overall feel of the images you get with Delta 3200, whether you rate it anywhere between like 1000 and 3200. It just feels like one of those films that's got like, there's a little bit of magic to it, you know what I mean? Now whilst we're on the subject of Halloween Horror Nights, there's this awesome window in the event between the start of the event and the sun going down, and all the photographers descend on the event during that time because Florida has the most insane sunsets too. So I'm going to want something that kind of fills that gap as the sun is coming down. I'm going to want some colour, but I need something that'll give me a little bit more light. So for this, I'm taking some Candido 800. I've shot with Candido a couple times. Basically your city still sort of vibe. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but here we are. You get all those cool halation-y, bloomy things going on, and it's yeah, it's got a cinematic sort of colour to it. Very cool stuff. And I've also got a couple rolls of Candido 400 should I need those. And finally, I also have some Fomapan 400 should I want to shoot black and white during daylight sort of hours. So I've already mentioned that I'll be shooting quite a lot of stuff at Halloween Horror Nights, and then whilst we're there on the trip, we're going to do a bunch of other stuff around Universal. We're going to swing by some Disney parks as well, and then basically anywhere that I go, at the very least a Pentax 17 will be coming with me. I expect a lot of photos of me eating, basically. I always enjoy like taking photos on planes and at airports and stuff like that. So no doubt there'll be a whole video of me just wandering around the airport. So here is the plan. As I go about photographing stuff on this trip, I'm going to document it. I'm going to make some short form videos. I'm going to make some long form videos where I go into more detail about like composition and creative choices and all that sort of stuff. I am going to review the film stocks that I shoot on this trip. And I'm also going to do like a whole video on the Pentax 17 because I have some thoughts already. So for the next few months, I'm going to be posting videos from this trip on YouTube. I'm going to be posting photos on my Instagram and all that sort of stuff. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, then feel free to subscribe to the channel or come and say hello on Instagram. And feel free to join me on this transatlantic journey. I feel like I work for Virgin Airways. Alright, that is enough of me banging on. I should probably pack, to be fair, so peace!